Absolutely.
It's your Good Morning America First Love.
Have a great day.
Stay ahead of the storm with Rusty Dawkins at 5, 6, and 10 p.m. Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up this morning, breaking news, a large police presence surrounding a local gas station. What LPD is telling us at this hour about their investigation. Plus,
I think it's unfair. I think it's not right.
Visas revoked. A small number of UNL students waking up with questions this morning. Why some on campus are upset with the news. And
it's going to be a short-term loss for a long-term gain.
Sound off, where you can voice your optimism or concerns today for a big construction project set for a busy South Lincoln Road. And parts of the state are preparing for severe weather potential later today.
It's hard to avoid some of the smoke coming from up north or the dust coming from the farms.
Air quality also a concern. We'll hear from local experts weighing in how they say you can stay safe over the next couple of days. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Andrew Ward. It could be an active weather day here between smoke concerns lingering and the chance for severe storms later today. For now, though, it's quiet outside and mild right now. You're taking a live look at our Allo Communications camera. Temperature is very, very mild right now. Let's get on over to meteorologist Jessica Blum is tracking all this for us. Jessica, what's the latest here?
Yeah, this morning we do have an upgrade to the severe potential across eastern Nebraska for this evening. Largely, we were watching for 2 rounds. The round from the overnight into early this morning has traveled more to the south through northeast Kansas. We were kind of noticing that trend late in the morning yesterday. And now that's going to leave alone, I think, the potential for severe weather for this evening. We have now been upgraded to a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk that includes the edge of Columbus, Lincoln, and Omaha in eastern Nebraska. So something we will need to be prepared for later on today. So far this morning, a very warm and breezy start to the day. We've got Barry Law camera fired up, and you can see some people traveling along Nebraska Parkway. We are close to 70 degrees at this point in Lincoln, and the moisture continues to pump in from southerly winds at around 15 to 20 to, look at that, Falls City, almost 35 miles per hour at this point out of the south. There is some rain out that way, some associated showers, but most of the thunderstorms so far and some severe weather has been tracking through northeast Kansas. So that round will die down as we go towards sunrise early today. But as we talk about the evening threat, the main window for severe storms threatening large hail, a couple tornadoes, and some damaging wind gusts will be from 5 to 10 o'clock. There you see those storms intensifying out toward the Tri-Cities by 6, 7 o'clock, moving into Lincoln 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and then lingering until about 9, 10 o'clock in southeast Nebraska. So something to watch out for, and we will prepare you for that here coming up in a few.
All right, we'll talk to you then. Thank you, Jessica. And if you've been outside at all, you probably noticed the sky looking a little different. Smoke from prescribed burns in Kansas is blowing into our area and causing a haze that can be unhealthy. Channel 8 Starsha Dodge heard from a doctor to understand why it's so dangerous.
With an air quality alert extending into Friday for eastern and much of central Nebraska, pulmonologists are sounding a warning. Health officials say smoke from controlled burns in the Flint Hills could reach levels that are unhealthy for everyone. People are encouraged to limit their time outdoors. While it's especially concerning for anyone with pre-existing conditions like asthma or COPD, it has further-reaching impacts.
I would say that poor air quality is not great for anyone.
Whether it's going to work or getting outside and enjoying some exercise, staying inside simply isn't an option for most.
It's hard to avoid some of the smoke coming from up north or the dust coming from the farms. But I would just be cognizant of your surroundings.
Pruitt saying it's important to be very self-aware when enjoying the outdoors and to immediately go inside if your breathing feels off. If it doesn't resolve quickly, it might be time to seek medical attention. If you do have to be outside, health officials recommend avoiding heavy physical activity, but masking up might not do you much good.
The masks, especially those that we were wearing during COVID, probably won't help with the air quality, but they definitely don't hurt.
Reporting in Lincoln, Darsha Dodge, Channel 8 News.
And while these controlled burns will wrap up this spring, Lincoln does often see air quality alerts in the summer due to wildfires across the west and in Canada. Breaking now, a large law enforcement presence in South Lincoln. It happened at and around the Quick Shop at 40th and A Streets. One of our team members at the scene says he saw at least a dozen police cruisers in the area. You can see at least 5 of them here in this video he shared with us on our Now Local News app. We spoke with LPD earlier this morning. They were unable to confirm what exactly they are investigating at this time. We will keep you updated, though, as we receive more information on our Now Local News app. Developing right now, authorities are searching for 3 missing Nebraskans. Authorities in Omaha are actively looking for 2 18-year-old women and an 11-year-old girl. They went missing in the Missouri River. Firefighters and police have been on scene since Tuesday night. A 4th girl was able to make it to shore and is being treated for hypothermia. Officials now say this is no longer a rescue, it's a recovery effort. And the Omaha Fire Department, which is helping with the search, says conditions are making it difficult.
Number one is the current. Right now, the current is not quite what it is in the summertime. Typically, it's about 8 to 10 knots right now, but it's just a large volume of water that's moving downriver. So that current makes it really difficult for our sonar.
Yeah, we're learning the 2 missing 18-year-olds were close friends. And we're also following some news developing now. Visas revoked for some international students at the University of Nebraska. It's a story that's playing out across campuses all along the country, and now it's happening here at home. Channel Jake Holman spoke with UNL students to get their take.
It makes my heart hurt that someone could work really hard and then their efforts be erased.
According to a UNL spokeswoman, multiple international students across the university system have had their visas revoked. But it's not clear how many. In a statement to Channel 8, Leslie Reed, UNL's public affairs director, says in part, quote, "We've become aware of a small number of international students across the university system whose visas have been revoked. We are not providing specific numbers or additional details out of concern for student privacy." One UNL senior whose roommate is an international student says this isn't right.
I think it's unfair. I think it's not right. I think they should be given a chance, especially if they worked really hard to get here. I mean, it's not easy to be an international student and come to America and transition into American life, but if they worked hard to do it, then I think that opportunity should still be on the table, and the fact that it's being snatched away is unreal.
And these terminations come as more than 900 international students across the country have suddenly lost their visas. Williams says his roommate is fearful this could happen to him.
He was really excited when he told me he eventually got into a school, and then a few weeks later, he was telling me that he don't even know if he will be able to go to the school next year. So, yeah.
Reported in Lincoln, Jake Holman, Channel 8 News.
Now, according to UNL census, there are just over 1,600 international students enrolled at the university. Students who want legal advice can go to Student Legal Services at the College of Law's Immigration Clinic. And officials in Douglas County take a stance on a recent report from the Department of Homeland Security, which you're looking at here. It highlights the handing over of unaccompanied migrant minors to the DHHS, which often results in kids ending up in the system and some unaccounted for. The Sheriff's Office insisting they are not involved in this operation. According to this report, ICE is now increasing welfare checks to keep track of kids. Happening today, your chance to land a job with Lincoln Public Schools. LPS is taking steps to address a serious teacher shortage and get more staff on board. They're inviting anyone who's qualified and interested in becoming an educator to an interview today. Their educator interview fair is welcoming certified candidates interested in becoming teachers in general or special education or in early childhood. Now, other qualified specialists like school counselors, speech language pathologists, and social workers are also welcome. Interviews are taking place at the Steve Joel District Leadership Center on O Street. That starts at 8:30 this morning. And the fire department in Hastings, new details here, investigating the cause of a fire at a trailer park on Wednesday. The flames consuming this unit, as you can see in these photos shared by Hastings Fire and Rescue. They say, unfortunately, there was no one inside at the time of the fire. Happening today, discussions about a big road project coming to South Lincoln. You're taking a live look at a portion of Pine Lake Road here between 14th and 32nd Streets. The city is inviting everyone to an open house today to hear their input on a plan for a project there soon. Work will include concrete lane repairs, median surfacing, storm drain inlet reconstruction, and pavement markings. Now, those carrying out the project will be there to answer questions and address the community's concerns. We did speak with many of you earlier this week about your concerns for this project on such a busy stretch of road.
I see a lot of kids in and out of here. Parents that come pick up their kids here in the parking lot, and then the shopping centers, and there's just a lot of foot traffic at twice a day, and we need to make sure that they're safe and that they're taken care of. It's going to be a short-term loss for a long-term gain. It's going to make our streets safer over here.
This is part of the Lincoln on the Move quarter-cent sales tax rehabilitation project. The open house will be at Scott Middle School at 5 p.m. And coming up this morning, celebrating a big prize what the University of Nebraska has in store today for its students after donating more blood than any other school in the Big Ten. Plus, an investigation into a series of car burglaries, how authorities are looking to catch the person responsible, and what they say was stolen.
Severe storms are possible across eastern Nebraska this evening, with all severe weather hazards possible, but especially large hail and isolated tornadoes. We'll get to those details here coming up after the break.
You win the lotto, $30 million. All your dreams come true, right?
The good news is you've won the lottery. That's also the bad news.
Why are you laughing?
Because
a man is dead.
Yes.
And you're laughing. The new 2020, Friday night on ABC.
Jurassic Quest is back for 3 days only. See life-sized animatronic dinosaurs, including Velociraptor, Triceratops, the massive T-Rex, and so many more. Interact with walking dinos and baby dinos. Experience incredible dinosaur rides, giant fossil digs, inflatables, the fossil science exhibit, and more. Don't miss the largest and most realistic dinosaur event on tour, Sand Hills Global Events Center. This weekend only. Tickets are flying fast. Use promo code SAVE20 to save 20% when you buy at JurassicQuest.com.
Dutch Boy. It's only paint. It's only paint that comes with stain shield technology and an anti-scuff formula. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only durable, luxurious, change your life both professionally and romantically. Dutch Boy paint.
Take the road to Ernie's to experience true Amish craftsmanship. Our authentic Amish furniture is made by skilled artisans who take pride in creating beautiful handcrafted pieces using traditional techniques passed down through generations. From dining rooms, bedrooms, outdoor, and more, we offer customization for every detail, including wood type, size, and finish. Come in and see why Ernie's in Ceresco is where Nebraska saves on authentic Amish furniture.
Has severe weather taken a toll on your home's roof, siding, or gutters? Call RoofGuard for our exclusive free home protection guarantee. Upgrade into an impact-resistant roof system with free Class 3 shingles. Our best-in-class lifetime workmanship warranty on all products promises a lifetime of service. Plus, you'll receive free gutter guards with every roof system installation. Call for your free home protection guarantee today and join the thousands of lifetime customers in the RoofGuard family in Southeast Nebraska. Whether it's your home or your business, you know a nice lawn is important. That's where Ray's Lawn and Home Care comes in. We can meet all your residential and commercial needs. And right now, we're offering a 20% discount for new lawn treatment customers. So give us a call and sit back and enjoy your lawn. Ray's Lawn and Home Care, family owned and operated, proudly serving Lincoln and surrounding communities for over 50 years. At Channel 8, we bring you breaking news as it happens with live reports, real-time updates, and in-depth coverage. Whether it's a local emergency or major event, we're first on the scene. Channel 8, bringing you Nebraska now.
Today, the University of Nebraska is celebrating a major accomplishment. Nebraska won the We Give Blood Drive competition with other Big Ten schools and is now celebrating the $1 million prize at UNL's campus today. The university tells us that money will be put to good use. It will support the University of Nebraska's health and wellness initiatives, and officials hope this will highlight Nebraskans' willingness to give back. Today's celebration will be at the Lead Commons off of North 12th Street at 3:30 this afternoon. And farmers across the state are getting an opportunity to master the skill of saving water while maximizing profit this farming season. The University of Nebraska is hosting a webinar today to educate local farmers on the efficient use of irrigation and nitrogen resources. Ag professors and economists from UNL will be holding those discussions. They argue that when farmers understand how to use those resources, they can produce more for less. This all starts at noon today. And if you live in Seward, you may have to go without water for parts of today. The city says they're doing some new installations that will require them to shut down the water treatment facility at least twice today. They say this will happen sometime this morning and again in the afternoon. They're asking people there to refrain from irrigating their lawns all day.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with meteorologist Jessica Blum.
The latest update from the Storm Prediction Center has upgraded portions of eastern Nebraska to a level 3 out of 5 risk, an enhanced risk for severe weather that does include Lincoln and Omaha. I'm going to zoom in on this area because I want you to focus on if you're included in this orange area, it would be a good idea to take some proactive measures before this evening because large hail is definitely on the table. If you have any hail sensitive property, it would be a good idea to move those things to a sheltered location because the confidence is increasing for the threat of large hail. A couple isolated tornadoes and some damaging winds. Right now, that enhanced risk is kind of driven by the hail potential with up to 2 to 3 inch hailstones possible. Damaging wind gusts could be on the order of 60 to 70 miles per hour. And I think there will be a brief window this evening in which we will be watching for a tornado threat, especially with some lone cells and some supercells that look possible by this evening. For now, we've got a quiet, breezy start and a warm start to the day, North 40th and Cornhusker Highway. Most of the thunderstorms from overnight have been tracking through northeast Kansas, which kind of opens the door for our severe threat later on today. Close to 70 degrees in Lincoln as we're waking up this morning, 65 in Beatrice, 66 degrees in Nebraska City, elsewhere 40s and 50s across the state. We've got winds out of the south that is helping to bring in some more moisture, especially in southeast Nebraska, a little higher winds. Right now in Lincoln, a 21-mile-per-hour wind with occasional gusts up to 30 miles per hour. But look at these dew points. Yesterday morning, dew point temperatures were sitting in the upper 20s. Now we're in the upper 50s. This is definitely one of the ingredients we'll need for some thunderstorm development later on. We also get quite warm today, heading toward the middle and upper 80s, if not close to 90 degrees, before a cold front comes crashing in and we'll have the ingredients right for potential storm development later on. There you can see it. Some rain tracking across the Kansas border, the severe weather and the intense storms, if you can call it that. Marginally severe storms so far this morning have been to our south. A few spotty showers in Scotts Bluff, but let me widen the view. No severe thunderstorm warnings right now. I had been seeing occasionally a couple tracking through north central and northeast Nebraska before we got to our morning show, but you can see this activity dying down a little bit, kind of diving a little bit to the south of Kansas City. That would be good for them. But this opens the door. Some clearing for us through the afternoon would lead to some instability and some of those ingredients coming into place for much of eastern Nebraska. We also do have some lingering smoke and air quality alert actually in effect through tomorrow morning with what smoke will still be in the atmosphere. But let's time out tonight. The window for storms, I think first developing will be after about 3 o'clock. There may be some storms as far back west as about Ogallala, southwest of North Platte. Before these storms strengthen, organize, come together toward the Tri-Cities, potentially between 6 and 7 o'clock before marching on our door 7, 8 o'clock. Any lone cells out of this cold front would threaten very large hail, and we would be watching for a tornado threat as well. These move in toward Omaha, as well as areas like Otoe County, close to the Missouri River, about 8, 9, 10 o'clock, and then they push out of here, and then the severe threat will also diminish as those clear to the east. With this system, too, though, enough energy and enough cold air being brought in that some snow will be possible out in northwest Nebraska. But breaking down the threats with this risk for severe weather and now the enhanced risk, we do have a tornado threat that has increased just a little bit with a 5% risk, meaning a couple isolated tornadoes will be possible in this area later on today. Large hail will be the primary threat, though. You can see the 30% chance within 25 miles of a point in this black hash marked area, meaning 2-inch hail or larger will be possible this evening. And then can't rule out some damaging wind gusts that could be on the order of 60 to 70 miles per hour. So stay weather aware. We will certainly be staying on top of this throughout the day, posting to our Now Local News app, to social media. Behind all this, we get a lot cooler by the end of this week, and then more rain chances, a lot of them to look forward to by Easter Sunday and throughout next week.
All right, thank you.